Might be you're suffering. I know. I'm fighting.
She responds to it. I saw her.
You down my photo.
Oh yeah.
I was with the car remote walking the machine.
Yeah.
That was me. Bring it back out.
Right.
Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
I'm Sharon and I'll be your MC this morning. And welcome to Makawao Honganji Dharma Town Service. And we have some new friends that have joined us this morning. We have Beth and Max. Welcome. And I think we have returnees. Sarah and Copriva. I'm sorry. Copriva. All right. Welcome to Makawao Honganji. Please stand if you're able, and let's begin the service by singing Vandanati Sarana together in both Pali and English.
Namo tassa bhagavato arahato sama sambuddhassa. Homage to him, the exalted one, the enlightened one, the supremely awakened one. Buddham saranam gacchami, Dharmam saranam gacchami, Sangham saranam gacchami. I go to the Buddha for guidance. I go to the Dharma for guidance. I go to the Sangha for guidance.
Please be seated. We'll now sing the Gatha Dasha with meter, which will be shown on the screen, and this will be followed by quiet meditation.
Namo Amida Butsu. I recite Amida's name with deep joy and gratitude. I gasho with Amida, trees and grasses and flowers all grow in great compassion. This light shines throughout the world. I gasho with Amida, flowers bloom and flowers fall. From the seeds sprout new flowers. This is the truth unchanging. I gasho with Amida. Springtime brings the happy birds. Their songs all praise Amida. I join them in Nembutsu. I gasho with Amida. When I call Amida's name, it's Amida calling me. Buddha's voice, my voice are one. I gasho with Amida. When I'm lonely, I recite Namo Amida Butsu. Then I feel great compassion. I gasho with Amida. Nenbutsu in work and play, every day with Amida. Every Remember the golden chain, kindness to all living things. I will follow this teaching. I gasho with Amida in the clear bright morning sun, in the fading light of day, in the darkness of the night. I gasho with Amida. Namo Amida Butsu. I live in great compassion. This great power guides my life. I gasho with Amida. Let's sit together quietly for a few moments. So just relax and get comfortable. If you're able, sit forward in your seat and place both feet flat on the ground. Now sit up straight and align your head, neck, shoulders, and back in a straight line that goes down to the floor. Place your hands comfortably in your lap. Now close your eyes and just breathe. Breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. As you breathe in, you feel energy filling your body. And as you breathe out, any stress or worries in your mind just fade away. Just breathe. The sound of the gong will signal the end of our quiet meditation.
is welcome to offer incense at this time as an expression of gratitude for the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Sangha. Please feel free to use any of the 3 incense burners at the front. Thank you very much. Let us all recite the golden chain of love together. Let's begin. I am a link in Amida Buddha's golden chain of love that stretches around the world. I must keep my link bright and strong. I will try to be kind and gentle to every living thing and protect all who are weaker than myself. I will try to think pure and beautiful thoughts, to say pure and beautiful words, and to do pure and beautiful deeds, knowing that what I do now depends not only on my happiness or unhappiness, but also that of others. May every link in Amida's golden chain of love be bright and strong, and may we all attain perfect peace. Namo Tassa. Please rise if you're able, and we'll sing the Gatha when we see the golden sun. The words will be found on the screen.
Okay, and live from Makawao, it's Children's Dharma Story Time, starring me, starring Barkley the dog, and Lucy the ladybug, with special guests Green Snoopy and Kermit the Gosho Frog, who are over there. Deha, aloha, kakahiaka. Good morning, how gozaimasu. It's me, Barkley the dog. How you doing this fine Sunday morning? Hey, Kobriva, how's it going? How's your Japanese studies? Yeah, excellent. Oh, how gozaimasu. Okay, thanks for joining us in the service today. Well, good morning. Aloha mai kako. Aloha for everyone. I'm so happy to see all of you here this morning. That's right, because we got a great story for you today, brought to us by Auntie Jean H. And here we go. Today's story time, brought to you by Auntie Jean H., is Grandfather's Journey by Alan Say. Grandfather's Journey, written and illustrated by Alan Say. This book is dedicated to Mickey and Yuriko. And this book, which is the 20th anniversary edition, also has an introduction from the author, where he shares insights into the origin of the story and its lovely illustrations. My grandfather was a young man when he left his home in Japan and went to see the world. He wore European clothes for the first time and began his journey on a steamship. The Pacific Ocean astonished him. For 3 weeks, he did not see land. When land finally appeared, it was the New World. He explored North America by train and riverboat, and often walked for days on end. Deserts with rocks like enormous sculptures amazed him. The endless farm fields reminded him of the ocean he had crossed. Huge cities of factories and tall buildings bewildered and yet excited him. He marveled at the towering mountains and rivers, as clear as the sky. He met many people along the way. He shook hands with black men and white men, with yellow men and red men. The more he traveled, the more he longed to see new places, and never thought of returning home. Of all the places he visited, he liked California the best. He loved the strong sunlight there, the Sierra Mountains, and the lovely seacoast. After a time, he returned to his village in Japan to marry his childhood sweetheart. Then he brought his bride to the new country. They made their home by the San Francisco Bay and had a baby girl. As his daughter grew, my grandfather began to think about his childhood. He thought about his old friends. He remembers the mountains and rivers of his home. He surrounded himself with songbirds, but he could not forget. Finally, when his daughter was nearly grown, he could wait no more. He took his family and returned to his homeland. Once again, he saw the mountains and rivers of his childhood. They were just as he had remembered them. Once again, he exchanged stories and laughed with his old friends. But the village was not a place for a daughter from San Francisco. So my grandfather bought a house in a large city nearby. There, the young woman fell in love, married, and sometime later, I was born. When I was a small boy, my favorite weekend was a visit to my grandfather's house. He told me many stories about California. He raised warblers and silver eyes, but he could not forget the mountains and rivers of California. So he planned a trip. But a war began. Bombs fell from the sky and scattered our lives like leaves in a storm. When the war ended, there was nothing left of the city and of the house where my grandparents had lived. So they returned to the village where they had been children. But my grandfather never kept another songbird. The last time I saw him, my grandfather said that he longed to see California one more time. He never did. And when I was nearly grown, I left home and went to seek California for myself. After a time, I came to love the land my grandfather had left. And I stayed on and on until I had a daughter of my own. But I also miss the mountains, rivers of my childhood. I miss my old friends. So I return now and then when I cannot still the longing in my heart. The funny thing is, the moment I'm in one country, I am homesick for the other. I think I know my grandfather now. I miss him very much. The end. Slides are going kind of slow. Okay. And that was the story, Grandfather's Journey, written and illustrated by Alan Say. Hey, wasn't that a great story? Hey, Barkley, what part of the story did you like? Well, Sensei, thanks for asking. I like the part where, this is kind of a backwards story because the guy comes from Japan, grandfather comes from Japan, goes to California, does stuff, goes back to Japan, and then the author of the book is born in Japan, but then moves back to California. Oh, that's kind of confusing, isn't it? But you think about it, yeah, hey, have you ever thought about what your grandparents did? If you're born here in Hawaii, right, when did they come over? Or maybe it's your great-grandparents at this point. Oh, you ever think about that? Well, how about you, Lucy? Well, it's absolutely amazing because this person obviously came from Japan, went to California, and went back. So this was not a plantation worker. This is someone who actually came from a family that had money. So the perspective is different. So Sensei, what did you think? Well, this is the reverse of my story because my grandparents came from Japan. They moved to California. My mother and father were born in California. And then me and my brother and sister, we were born in California. And then, when I got older, I ran away from home and I went off to Japan and I stayed there for a total of 23 years. Really, Sensei? Oh yeah, different story. We'll talk about that some other time. But anyway, I thought this is, and for those of you who attended service last week, of course, this is the follow-up. This is the same author as the story last week, except this is the first one. This is the first story. So he talks about his grandfather coming over. The other one was he was talking about when he was a child in Japan. So anyway, it's a very good series. It's an amazing series of books. And I've been looking for one that's very similar that talks about the Hawaii experience. I haven't found it yet. So if you know stories about people asking their grandparents about what was it like to come over from Japan or whatever, I would love to get those kinds of stories. So anyway, that was our story today. So remember, kids, be good, but not too much, okay? So, for the rest of us, for the adults, today I'd like to talk about the Bodhisattva Santa Claus. Okay, so first, obviously we have to talk about what's a Bodhisattva. So there's basically three major streams of Buddhism. There's Theravada, which is monastic practice, so it's like monks in orange robes and stuff. There's Mahayana, which comes out quite a bit later, which is more for the general populace. So in the beginning you have to be a monk, but evolves so that you don't have to be a monk. So it's Buddhism for lay people. And then there's Vajrayana, which we probably know here as Tibetan Buddhism, which is more esoteric, it's more magical, more supernatural. Also, you have to be a monk. So just to say that the interesting thing about a bodhisattva is this is a person or a being who has reached the stage of ready to become Buddha. He has done everything you need to become Buddha, but says, no, wait, I'm not becoming Buddha unless everybody becomes Buddha. So I'm not going to become Buddha unless and until everyone becomes Buddha. So think about that, right? So this is a being who has done everything you need to awaken and become a Buddha in this life, in this body. But says, nope, I'm going to wait because I want everyone to become a Buddha. So the path of the Bodhisattva is based on fulfilling vows. The most basic of which is, may I attain Buddhahood for the benefit of all sentient beings. Okay, so the difference being, I don't want to become Buddha because I want to be Buddha. I want to become a Buddha to save everybody, to alleviate suffering for everybody. And so there's a lot of schools, as I talked about in the Mahayana stream of Buddhism. So there's Pure Land, ourselves, which is Jodo in Japanese. There's the Zen, there's Zen Buddhism, so the Montokuji and the Rinzai Temple at Paya Beach. And Tibetan, like the Maui Dharma Center. So just here on Maui, I mean, we have all three schools are represented. And the Vietnamese Buddhist Center. If you go down to Kahului, they're all sisters, they're nuns. I mean, they're monks, so they're following the monastic path. All of these different schools follow the 4 basic vows. So beings are numberless. I vow to save them. So I vow to save all beings, even though they're countless. Desires are inexhaustible. I vow to end them. So I vow to end all of my desires, my cravings, my self-centeredness. The Dharma gates are boundless. I vow to enter all of them. There's 84,000 different paths to Buddhism. And the Bodhisattva says, I will master all of them. The Buddha's way is unsurpassable. I vow to become it. I vow to become the Buddha's way. So, in addition to these 4 vows, right, the Bodhisattva, or the person becomes, makes their own personal vows. So Amida, before becoming Amida, was a Bodhisattva named Dharmakara, and he makes 48 vows, which, when fulfilled, would create a Buddhist path for anyone, all sentient beings, regardless of wealth, power, influence, education, ability, or nobility of birth. It's for everyone. For everyone. And the most important of these vows is Dharmakara's 18th vow, known as the Hongan. So if you ever wonder what Honganji comes from, Hongan means the primal vow, number 18. And it goes like this. If when I attain Buddhahood, sentient beings in the 10 directions who, with sincere mind, joyfully entrust themselves to me, aspire to be born in my land, and call my name, even 10 times, should not be born there, may I not attain perfect enlightenment. Excluded are those who commit the 5 grave offenses and those who slander the right Dharma. The wisdom of Gautama Buddha and the Sutra of the Tathagata of immeasurable life. Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu. So this is Amida's, or the Bodhisattva Dharmakara's vow, right, for everyone to become a Buddha. Through Namo Amida Butsu, through calling the name, just saying Namo Amida Butsu, and you need to be born into the Pure Land, and you return in oneness with Amida to guide everyone else to their birth. So everyone becomes a Buddha, is the simple way to think about it. So to call my name is to say Namo Amida Butsu. When you look at the translation, it actually says perhaps maybe 10 times. So if you go to the Jodo Mission, Mitch, you've been to a service at Jodo Mission, their main chanting is saying Namo Amida Butsu 10 times. They always do that. They always do that. Because it's in the vow, right? So if you have to say the name 10 times. Sincere mind in Japanese, it's the heart and mind together, free of defilement, free of impurities, free of doubt. Okay. And it's very hard to do that. It's very hard to. Why should I believe you, right, Carrie? Say Namo Amida Butsu, go to the Pure Land. Why should I believe you? Prove it to me. So there's always going to be doubt in our heads. And aspire to be born in that land, to be born into the Pure Land, so everybody becomes Buddha. So that as a Buddha, as part of Namo Amida Butsu, as part of Amida, I can save everyone in this world. So for now, let's skip over the exclusion clause. So excluded are those who commit the 5 grave offenses and those who slander the right Dharma. We'll skip over that for now. It's a lesson in itself. But Shinran teaches that is an extremely stern warning. It's not actually an exclusion. And if you need to understand the doctrinal basis of Jodo Shinshu, it's always said you must understand what the 18th vow means. But you can see it's kind of written this double negative stuff, right? If Carrie doesn't become a Buddha through birth in the Pure Land, then I won't become a Buddha. It's kind of confusing. But that's what it's basically saying. I don't want to be Buddha unless everyone becomes Buddha. And this is why the Bodhisattva path, the path in Mahayana, is the 6 paramita, or the 6 perfections. In the Theravada approach, we talk about the Eightfold Noble Path, which begins with right view, right action, right meditation, etc. So they kind of fold the same things into 6. And so basically think of there's 6 virtues which you must perfect to become a Buddha in the Mahayana system. So the first is Dharma, generosity and selfless giving, and the other ones are Shila, virtue, morality, discipline, Kshanti, which is patience, tolerance, forbearance, Virya, energy, diligence, vigor, sustained effort, Dhyana, self-reflection, meditation, concentration, and Prajna, wisdom, insight, seeing reality as it is. So you have to perfect all 6 things. Who's ready? Let's do it today. Yay! Obviously, it's not easy. Like a lot of things in Buddhism, it's easy to say, but hard to do. So the most important thing to take away from today's talk is that the Dharma teachings of the Buddha, the teachings of the Buddha, are given away freely. Right? We don't charge money for this stuff because they're priceless. Right? Because they're priceless, we give it away. Give it away. But in return, when the Sangha, right, when the followers of the Buddha's teachings receive this gift, to express their joyous gratitude, they make offerings. In Sanskrit called puja. In Japanese, fused, or ofused. They use the honorific, so the honorific offering. And this consists of things like burning of incense, so the offering of incense. I mean, this is expensive stuff, right? So the idea is you're making this offering. Offering of lights, the candles. Flowers, Mitch brings flowers almost every week. Food, the fruits from his garden, as an offering to the Buddha. It's a way to say thank you for these teachings. Also, the offertory box, giving money is part of it. Donation of physical goods. We're surrounded by donations today because we're getting ready for the garage sale, which is next Saturday, by the way, 7 o'clock. Come early if you want to get the good stuff. And devoting one's time, energy, and skills to supporting the temple and the Sangha. So after this service, after refreshments, we'll go up to the social hall and start sorting all this stuff out, put price tags on it. It's a lot of work. It takes 2 weeks to set up for this thing. So why is that important? So Makawao Honganji, the mission itself, this Buddhist temple, the community of communities, so the Young Buddhist Association, the Scouts, the Japanese school, the Judo Club, the Women's Association, all of these things that are centered around the temple, right, they exist today because of this egoless generosity of countless people. Who came before us. So the pioneers, the first generation, they come to a foreign land, essentially as indentured servants. They work insanely hard, and they learn to come together as a community, right? Despite discrimination, despite the war, etc., to build communities, to build a temple, to create organizations that exist today, and we've inherited. So this is our great gift that we have received. So why is the perfection of generosity so difficult? So why is it the first of the 6 things you have to perfect? So we have to learn how to give freely, right? Without any calculation, without any expectation of reward or recognition. And why is it so hard? Because it's about me, human beings. It's always about my ego. It's about me. So as Americans culturally, right, we're conditioned to believe that we will be recognized and rewarded for our generosity. So if you give me $10 million, I'll build a temple and I'll put your name on it. Right? The Mitch Elliott Buddhist temple. Right? But we expect this, right? If you gave $100 million to the university, you expect to have a nice building with your name on it. You want to be immortalized by putting your name on the building. And the same thing as after the service today, right? If you volunteer a lot of hours to clean and price and merchandise thousands and thousands of items, for the garage sale, at a minimum, you hope someone says thank you, right? And that you would be recognized as a good member of the temple, even if you don't come to Sunday services regularly. That's okay. Okay, how about this one? Have you ever come to the temple on a Sunday, reached into your wallet to drop a $1 bill into the offertory bowl, and discovered you only have a 20? Or 100, but most people don't carry $100 bills anymore. So you got a 20. Oh, what do I do? Do I put the 20 in the bowl and take 10 as change? Well, actually, there's 12 when I took the pictures, so take that out. Oh, I know. I can palm it. I can stick it in here and pretend to put the money in there, and just kind of. Obviously, I'm being trying to be funny on that one. But I mean, have you ever done that, really? I mean, the whole idea behind saisen, osaisen, if you're familiar with that term, it literally means the loose change. So you're supposed to reach into your pocket and grab whatever and toss it in without thinking. But I'll give you another example of human nature, right? To be perfectly honest myself, I take a similar approach with homeless people that I might encounter on the street, or here on Kahului, the Walmart at Kahului. I have a $5 bill that I keep folded separate from the rest of my money. So that if there's a possibility homeless person going to show up, I don't want to give them the big wad of money. I give them 5. And think about it, right? I mean, I'm an ordained Buddhist priest. I'm a temple minister. That's kind of silly, isn't it? So, I mean, in other words, I'm ready to give them money. But my calculation is I don't want to give them $100 if that's all I've got in my wallet. And think about it, right? You can't even get a coffee at Starbucks for $5. I mean, with taxes, it's 5 something, right? It's like, and yet, right, I find myself playing all these games, calculating all these things, right? Because, you know, someone who's actually less fortunate than I am, I have a job. I get to live on the campus here, instead of giving whatever cash I happen to have in my pocket. And that's human nature. So what is the perfection of the paramita of dana, right? What does the perfection of generosity actually look like? Well, ho, 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 here comes Santa Claus. Consider this. Santa spends the entire year making toys and goodies for kids, all the kids around the world. He employs an army of height-challenged immigrant workers. That's a joke. Sorry, please laugh. And then in one night, he delivers all these toys for free to all the nice boys and girls. And at the same time, he's delivering lumps of coal to all the naughty boys and girls. So you better be nice, not naughty, right? Okay. You know, why? I mean, here in Hawaii, right, if you're like, oh, what's this lump of coal, man? What am I supposed to do with this, bro? We make a barbecue, bro. We go catch a big fish, put the pohaku in the tummy, and, you know, we could... Okay, sorry. But think about it, right? Santa has transcendent and omniscient powers, right? He's making a list. He's checking it twice. He's going to find out who's naughty and nice for billions of kids around the world. And Santa doesn't do it for recognition or reward, right? In fact, right, Santa's karma is to be doomed to eat too many cookies and glasses of milk that's been sitting out for hours, which is why he has a belly that shakes like a bowl full of haupia jelly when he laughs, which is all the time. So, think about it, right? Santa has the power to fulfill the wishes or punish all the children on the planet in one night. Right? And more importantly, right, when we think about it, Santa actually has the power to make the adults, right? To make the parents, the grandparents, the uncles and aunties, just everybody, right? Aspire to the perfection of generosity. We're only human beings. It's not possible for us to be perfectly generous, but we can aspire to it. And so Santa's practice of dana serves as an inspiration for all of us. I mean, one of the fun things to being a parent is you get to pretend that you're Santa. Right? So here's a present from Daddy, and oh, there's a present from Santa. Okay. Santa's very real, by the way. But you think about it, right? During the holiday season, whether you're Christian or Buddhist or Jewish or Muslim, it doesn't really matter. It is a very special time of the year. And it does, this idea of generosity makes us, tend to smile more, to be kinder and gentler to each other, to feel goodwill toward all people and all life. Right? In other words, to awaken the heart of compassion and the mind of non-discrimination, which is our Buddha nature, which is inherent in us. We just have to get the ego out of the way through the practice of generosity. But remember, Santa never asked for anything in return. Never asks for anything in return. He doesn't expect to be rewarded, although he is celebrated in song and legends. So during these really turbulent modern times in this world that we live in, as Buddhists, let's aspire to be Santa Claus, to practice the perfection of dana, the perfection of generosity to everyone we encounter during the holiday season and during the new year. So we can give freely of ourselves, through our thoughts and words and actions. Gentle words. We can use strong words, or we can use gentle words. It's a choice. Kind eyes. I could look at people like, or just give them a smile, give them the aloha. When someone needs to cut, like here on Makawao Avenue, I'm amazed at how many people will let me make the left turn in the morning when everyone's rushing to get to school and stuff. They will stop and give me a shotgun and say, hey, go ahead, it's okay. Because they know I'll be trapped here for 5 minutes if someone doesn't let me in. We can do this, right? You can just, okay, the guy on the highway cuts you off. It's like, okay, I'm sure you're in a rush, bro, it's okay. We can help people. You can hold the door for our kupuna elders. You can help a neighbor clean up after a big storm. We've had several big storms. You can help other people directly by volunteering, or indirectly by contributing to the food banks or the homeless shelters or charitable causes. The Buddhist insight is the more that we give of ourselves, the more we feel this heart of compassion, this mind of non-discrimination, the absolute conviction that all life is one. And we realize we're not at the center of the universe, we're just part of this universe. But at the same time, the joy of knowing, without a doubt, we're constantly being supported and nurtured by kindness and gratitude beyond words. Namo. So, may your holidays be filled with aloha, mahalo, and ohana. Namo. Thank you for listening. Namo. And back to Sharon.
Thank you, Sensei. Okay, let us all chant the Metta Sutta, the Loving Kindness Sutra, together. Okay, let's
May all beings be happy and well. May no harm or difficulties come to them. May they live in peace and harmony. May I be happy and well. May no harm or difficulties come to me. May I live in peace and harmony. May my family be happy and well. May no harm or difficulties come to them. May they live in peace and harmony. May my friends be happy and well. May no harm or difficulties come to them. May they live in peace and harmony. May my teachers be happy and well. May no harm or difficulties come to them. May they live in peace and harmony. May strangers be happy and well. May no harm or difficulties come to them. May they live in peace and harmony. May my enemies be happy and well. May no harm or difficulties come to them. May they live in peace and harmony. May all beings be happy and well. May no harm or difficulties come to them. May they live in peace and harmony. Namo Buddhaya.
Please rise if you're able, and let's sing On the Good Song, which will be found on the screen. Standing for the Nembutsu.
Oh, I forgot the clothes slide. That's my fault. Okay, everyone, please be seated.
Okay, please be seated for our gratitude meditation.
My apologies, I forgot to put the quotation slide in. So let's sit together quietly again for a few moments. So just relax and get comfortable. If you're able, sit forward in your seat, place both feet flat on the ground. Sit up straight, align your head, neck, shoulders, and back in a straight line that goes down to the floor. Place your hands comfortably in your lap. Now close your eyes halfway, so you're looking both outwardly and inwardly. And just breathe. Breathe in, and breathe out. Breathe in, and breathe out. As you breathe in, think of something for which you are grateful. And as you breathe out, just say mahalo. Just say thank you, thank you, thank you. Just breathe. The sound of the gong will signal the end of our quiet meditation.
Mahalo. Are there any announcements? Announcements?
One more time.
One more time.
Oops.
Two more times.
There you go.
Okay.
So that's the December schedule there.
All right. So, shall we read it over?
Either way.
Okay. So December 6th, which is next Saturday, we have our world famous. Wow. One day only. Makawao Honganji Winter Garage Sale. And it's from 7 to 2, right?
7 to 2.
You have anything else to add to
No,
that?
I just want to say that if you've never been to our garage sale, you know, you need to experience it. It's just really wonderful. You might find treasures that you will need in your lives. 7 o'clock a.m. to 2 o'clock p.m. And as Shani just said, this is a one-day sale only. Okay, so come visit us, say hello. You don't need, and then we have some treats in the breezeway. We'll have some goodies for sale. Delicious morning breakfast biscuits. If you like warm biscuits in the morning, we'll have those for sale. And come and see what else we have. We will have a craft table that our members have made, little trinkets and little things. So yeah, do come by. We appreciate your participation. Okay, thank you.
On December 7th, there'll be no service because we're going to be resting that day after December 6th. And December 8th is a Monday. We'll have a short service under the Bodhi tree at 9 a.m. because it is Bodhi Day, right? December 7th. Right? Okay.
December 8th.
December 8th, sorry. December 13th, Mochisuki. Okay, you know what that is? Mochisuki? Making mochi, our dear friends, new friends, is making mochi, that rice cake. And that will be on the 13th at Temple. And December 14th, of course, we'll have to roll up our sleeves and give this temple a good cleanup, inside and outside. There'll be no Sunday service service, but all hands on deck to make the temple shine for the new year, which is going to be 2026, correct? Yeah. December 21st, Dharma Family Service will mark Bodhi Day and commemorate monthly memorials. Okay. And December 28th, Dharma Family Service. Yep. Okay. And okay, here we go. Right. December 31st on a Wednesday, we're having New Year's Day Eve service, Joya and Toshi Koshi Soba.
What time is that service?
What time is the service, is it?
I think it's usually 5 or 6.
5 or 6?
Yeah.
Let's say 6 p.m.
6, yeah, not 5 a.m.
No.
6 p.m.
Right, I can do it at 5 a.m. if you like.
What time then, Journey?
6 p.m.
6 p.m. Okay.
Thank you.
All right, is there another screen?
I think one more.
One more
for
screen?
the
Oh, okay.
website. But there's New Year's Day, which is going to be at 9 o'clock.
All right. So the following day, there's another service, New Year's Day, to welcome the new year. Okay. And that starts at 9. True?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. All right. And then we have the cleanup. Okay. All right. Now, if there are no other announcements, true? Are there any more? No. Everyone is welcome to refreshments and talk story in the kitchen because our hall is filled with goodies in there. Right, so please, and thank you for our new friends that have joined us this morning, and have a very happy holidays. Thank you.
No.
One more. Okay. That was a good service. I mean, really appropriate.
It's always fun.
Yes. I think we did a different book, Grandfather's Spirit.